What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to give you guys an updated what's in my bag for league. It's my current 3-ball league arsenal, and let me tell you guys, I think I finally found the perfect 3-ball progression for me in the league I bowl in. So fingers crossed. So if you guys like this video and you'd like to see more of these league videos, these arsenal building videos, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Then if you like this jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, you can go to coolwick.com and use my promo code Napoles10. That'll get you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there's going to be a link where you can order this Rotogrip gem or any of the balls featured in this video or anything bowling related. That's the best way to help support the channel. And then down below in the description, there's also going to be a link to my Discord as well as my Patreon. Okay, so game 1 in league. This is going to be the ball that's going to come out of my bag first every single time. And to be honest with you guys, it's going to be a ball that's going to come out of my bag on almost every single pattern. If I can throw this ball, if it's in play, I'm going to throw it. That's how much I've been loving this Rotogrip gem. So let's get into some of the tech behind this gem. For those of you who haven't seen the full review, I'll leave a link down below in the description as well so you guys can see the original review for this ball. It features the Defiant LRG core, which in 15 pounds has an RG of 2.47, a max differential of 0.053, and a PSA of 0.016. And then wrapped around that Defiant LRG core is the Microtrax solid reactive cover stock that comes out of box at a 2000 finish. This one though, it has a 3000 finish because I don't need it to be as early, as rolly, in league especially. If I was bowling on a heavier pattern, it would have that 2000 or even more surface. But for league, we'll just keep it at the 3000 finish. And then this particular gem is my pinned down one, which is 40 by 4.5 by 75. It's one of those balls that's going to be the smoothest for when there's the most amount of friction in league, which happens to be on the fresh. And other balls that you can, like, you don't have to use a gem, for example, for your league. It can be any ball that's going to be very smooth and it's not going to over jump in the back part of the lane. That's what I look for on the fresh, especially on a house shot. So I'm going to take you guys out on the lanes now, and we're going to throw this gem, and then after that, I'll show you my progression. I'll show you what the other 2 balls are in a little bit. Let me know down below in the comments, though, what your 3-ball league bag is, or however many balls you take to league. Let me know what you take to league and why. I'll see you on the lanes. All right, first shot here with the gem, and I'm looking for a motion that's going to be very smooth, very predictable. So that's exactly what I'm looking for, very predictable ball motion. So off that light hit, I'll just move like 1 or 2 right and square up a little. All right, so that exact same shot, except if I post it, would be magic. And then when we get back to the desk, I'll talk about what I'm looking for to tell me to get out of this ball. Good shots. Wow. Yeah, that last shot looked way better than 7-10. So hopefully I can execute just like that and get rewarded. Like that. And that's why I think this ball is so special in league, is that I can keep chasing it left, chasing it left, chasing it left. I mean, I threw 5 pretty good shots. That 7-10, I don't know, it's pretty. So what I'm looking for out of the gem to get out of it is when it starts to roll a little bit too forward, right? And starts leaving that flat 10. The flat 10 for me is when, okay, I got to get out of this ball. As long as I keep either wrap 10ing or 9 pinning or 4 pinning or striking, obviously, I'll stay in this gem. As soon as I see that first flat 10 on a well-executed shot, time to get out of it. So now I'm gonna get back into the gem and I'm gonna chase it in a little bit. The lanes obviously are not nowhere near as developed enough for me to move in with this ball yet or to ball change. But for the sake of this video, I wanna show you guys a couple different parts of the lane. And if it doesn't look all that great from a little bit further in, I'll just go back right and try to develop a track for the next couple balls that you're gonna see in this video. All right, back in the gem, and like I said, I'm gonna move a little bit left, create a little bit of shape, and see how this looks like. So I looked at that last shot and that was only like 2 boards left. So I'll move a little bit more here and see. Still looks good. Yeah, so if I was bowling for score, I would absolutely still be in this gem. Oh, there, see, wrap 10's okay. See, wrap 10ing like that is okay. It's the flat 10, like I said, that I worry about. All right, last shot here in the gem before we get into the first ball that I'm gonna go to after the gem. All right, so now we're 10 shots in with the gem, and I gotta be honest with you guys, if I was bowling for score, I would still 100% still be in this gem. I'd probably still be a little bit straighter than I was there towards the end, but I did that so I can show you guys mostly the versatility of this ball. And I was trying to get in, see if I can flat 10 to show you guys what I'm looking for, but ultimately that didn't happen. So if I was bowling for score, just remember, I would still be in this gem. Now the next ball that we're gonna take a look at is the Zen. And the reason that it's the Zen is because this ball has a low RG, very similarly to that gem, but it has a pearl cover stock. It's symmetrical. It's going to get through the fronts a little bit easier. It's going to be more pop down lane than the gem. And ultimately, when I start to flat 10, this Zen is going to allow me to kick out that 10 a little bit better. And this Zen in particular is one that I've never showed on this channel. I just drilled it yesterday. So let's get into some of the tech behind this Zen. It features the Meditate symmetrical weight block, which has an RG of 2.49 and has a max differential of 0.51. So it has a high differential similarly to that gem, low RG similarly to that gem, and then wrapped around that Meditate symmetrical core is the S77 pearl cover stock that comes out of box at a 1500 grit polish finish. And this one has that 1500 grit polish finish. I didn't knock the shine off like I did in my other Zen. And then the layout on this Zen is 40 by 4 by 75, so it's pinned down. And the reason I did that is because I want the flare rings to be a little bit closer together so they can get through the fronts a little bit easier. And there's so much friction at South Point, that's why I went with that lower VAL angle so that it comes off the spot a little bit smoother. It's still gonna be significantly more down lane than the gem, but not as violent as maybe a Zen would be if it was with a lower Val angle. So I'm gonna take you guys on the lanes now, get in the Zen, and show you why this is my transitional ball. All right, first shot here with the pin down Zen off that gem. So it's more length, more pop, but lets me play a similar part of the lane as that gem. It's crazy, but I think this Zen is better than my other Zen that I have, and I love the other one. All right, last couple shots here, and then I'll tell you guys what I'm looking for to get out of this to get into the next one. Jeez. All right, last shot on the Zen from this zone before I move a big zone to the left. That's a good shot. So I thought Zen ball was good before when I had that pin up one. I actually like this one even more. So Zen ball better? That makes sense. Shout out to Darren for coming up with Zen ball good. So I really like going from the gem to the Zen. It's still a relatively earlier ball motion. It's not overly jumpy in the back part of the lane. And I think that has a lot to do with the layout that I put on it. That VAL angle being 75 isn't gonna allow it to really jerk at the end of the pattern. And what I'm looking for to get out of this ball is kind of the same keys as the gem. When I start to flat 10 a little bit, when the ball stops coming around the corner as much, I'm gonna get into the next ball. So I'll see you guys out on the lanes, and I'm gonna move a full zone left with the Zen. All right, so now I'm back in the Zen. Like I said, about a full zone to the left, and see how this looks. Oh my God. I gotta be honest with you guys though, I may not even need to get out of this with as good as that last shot just looked. Missed right by a lot. Ooh. Yeah, even with this pin down layout, it's still quick enough to kick out the corners when I get left. Oh! Little slow and paid for it there. See if I can do it a little bit better here. Good shot. All right, last shot here in the Zen. Missed right and fell off. Zen don't care. So the last couple league nights, I haven't even had to get out of this pin down Zen. It just does so many things the right way. And even though I probably would still be in the gem, knowing how good this Zen looks like, keep that in your back pocket for when you need it. And when I needed it, it looked fantastic. I was very surprised the shots when I got left and kind of sent it to the right, how good it looked. The next ball we're gonna take a look at is the Spectre. Now, I haven't had to get into the Spectre the last couple of weeks, like I said, because the Zen has just been looking so good. But just in case the Zen starts to roll a little bit too early, or it starts to really flat 10, stops coming around the corner, which I haven't seen the last couple of weeks, but if it does, I have the Spectre, has a high RG, high differential, R3S pearl cover stock, so it's gonna get down lane, it's going to create that shape, and what I'm looking for is a motion that's gonna be completely different than the Gem, than the Zen. It's gonna be one that's gonna be, like I said, way cleaner through the fronts with a more defined back end motion. All right, first shot here in the Spectre. Way cleaner. Yeah. And for anyone watching who doesn't know, cleaner means longer before it hooks. Oh, too much in the oil. And then because this ball's so clean, if I miss in like I did there, it's gonna be 10 pin city, so I gotta get it right. Like that. Yeah, this is the ball for me when I have to create those larger angles. Oh! Yeah, this ball really allows me to open them up. Come on. So I hope you guys can see just how different that Zen and this Spectre are. They're both symmetrical pearls, sure, but the Spectre just wants to get through the front so much easier than the Zen. I mean, it does have a higher RG and the layouts are a little bit different, but the one thing to pay attention to is just how much more of a defined motion the Spectre has down lane when compared to the Zen. Now, if they were both drilled the exact same way, those differences would be a little bit closer. The Zen would still be earlier because of that lower RG. But because the valve angle is much lower on the Spectre than on the Zen, that's why you're seeing that more defined motion. So I'm gonna try to move a little bit further left, try to repeat some really good shots before we wrap up this video. All right, a little bit further left, still in the Spectre, still wanting to get it a little bit to the right. Oh, that's too far left. Let's move right. All right, so let's move a little bit right, but still left of where I was before. There we go. And then this Spectre does have a little bit of surface. So if it was shiny, it would be even quicker down lane. Oh, terrible shots. Wow, that was so bad. All right, 2 more shots here. Let's be as pure as possible. Hey. All right, last shot of the video. Let me know what you guys are thinking about my 4-step approach. Oh, there we go. Oh, hoo, hoo. All right, so there you have it, folks. There is my current league arsenal. And to me, it's a pretty seamless progression from top to bottom. And while I don't always get into the Spectre, like I said, it's nice to know that I have it in my back pocket, So I start in the gem, open up the lanes a little bit, create that traction in the oil so that later on I have something to throw it to. And as you guys saw, the gem on the fresh looks really, really good. Very smooth, very continuous. My step down from that is that Zen, that pin down Zen with a little bit of polish. It gets through the fronts way easier than the gem, produces way more down lane motion, but not too much down lane motion because of the layout that I put on that ball. And then if I need to get out of that Zen, I got that Spectre that's gonna get through the fronts, be way more defined down lane, and ultimately for me, that's a really good little progression. So if you guys like this video and you want me to do more of these arsenal building videos, please let me know in the comments that I'm not wasting my time. So guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. I super appreciate it. I thank you guys every single video because without you guys, none of this is possible. So click right here to watch my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time.